Hello, how are you, Scorpio? Welcome to my channel, and welcome to your reading. This is your reading for the month of August, and this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Energies might be vice versa, and time is fluid. In this reading, we'll see what is your energy, what do you need to know, what are the general messages, and what are the love messages you need to know. Specifically, we'll deal with the love messages and the challenges you're going to face in your love messages, career messages, and the challenges you're going to face in your career messages. Okay, so let's get started now. Let's see what you need to know. Let's see what you need to know, Scorpio. Let's see what you need to know. What do you need to know, Scorpio? What do you need to know for the month of August? What do you need to know for the month of August? What do you need to know for the month of August? We have Page of Wands. When it comes to your love life, we have Page of Wands, the Three of Swords, then we have the Hermit. Challenges, we have the Chariot and the Commitment, that is the Hierophant. When it comes to your career, we have Eight of Wands, we have the Magician, we have the Star, okay, and the challenges, we have the King of Swords, and we have the Page of Pentacles, and one more Seven of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. So, Scorpio, you might be dealing with Taurus, Cancer, Gemini, Aquarius, uh, another Scorpio for some of you, Sagittarius, Virgo, Libra. If the sign pops up, all the better. Let's not remain fixed on the same. So, what do you need to know? When it comes to your love life, Scorpio, I think so. Uh, you're open to love and relationships, but I also feel like you would prefer love and relationships where your partner will respect the space that you need in your relationship, the me time that you need in your relationship. Okay. So I feel like many of you, you're looking forward to have long distance relationships because the obligation of meeting one another at a frequent intervals, that is less. You get more time to yourself. So at the moment, many of you, some of you are not even you have not even experimented a long distance relationship before, but slowly and steadily you're opening up to that concept because you don't want a nagging girlfriend or a boyfriend, or you don't want someone demanding your time too much. Okay, if there is distance between you and your person, you're okay with that. In fact, that will be a very good proposal for you. Okay, I feel like you want love and romance, but you don't want any kind of binding. Okay, when I say you don't want any kind of binding, I mean that you're not, commitment is not a problem for you, but the constant demand of attention, or the a needy partner who might demand a lot of time and energy from you, that is something you are not looking out for at the moment. You want your own personal growth, you want your own time, you want to cherish beautiful moments with your partner, but at the same time you don't want binding. You have been through those relationships and you have kind of realized that you have ended up hurting yourself a lot. Okay, so emotional binding is something you don't want it at the moment, or too much of demanding relationship is something you don't want at the moment. For some of you, you're also trying to focus a lot on your career, so that is why you want love and relationships, but you want it your way. Okay, so that is one of the reason for many of you, you're considering long distance relationship pretty seriously. Okay. For some of you, I do feel like you will be interacting with a lot of people online. Okay, I do see um, online dating, you enrolling on online dating apps and etc. So online dating is something that you will consider pretty seriously. Okay, you want happiness, you want joy, you want to cherish your own freedom, you want to focus on yourself as well, you want to maintain your own emotional and mental sanity. In many of the previous relationships you kind of realize that you lost your emotional and mental sanity. Okay, especially the partners who were extremely demanding. mm, Scorpio are famous for wanting to have me times. Okay, in fact every zodiac sign needs it, but somehow when it comes to Scorpio it gets highlighted. uh, the famous Bollywood actor Mr. Shah Rukh Khan. He is a Scorpio. He was born on 2nd of November. He is very famous to go in the washroom and spend time with himself for hours and hours. So that is kind of that doesn't happen on an on everyday basis, but once in a week or so he goes in the washroom and he sits there for 5 to 6 hours. He keeps on reading books. He of course he's a Bollywood star, right? So he has a big mansion, a huge mansion, a sea facing mansion. And he has huge washrooms, and those washrooms have a lot of things like libraries and all that stuff. He's an avid reader. So and when that time arrives, it's a dreadful time for the family members. The family members keep on knocking the door for hours and hours. I mean, this is very famous when it comes to Mr. Shah Rukh Khan. He is a Scorpio, a very passionate person. I really love him a lot. Okay, very hardworking, very passionate person. And he's like, that's my time, that is my time. Okay, I cherish that time. In many interviews he is being asked about this, like, your family complains about you entering the washroom and then you spending hours and hours over there. What do you do exactly over there? Okay, he's like, I read books, I spend time with myself. Okay, because he's also a very good family man, and at the same time being a Bollywood star, I mean, he has 90% of his life is a public life. He's surrounded by people, he doesn't get time for himself, right? So he finds time for himself in the washroom, doing things for himself, cherishing time with himself, and etc. So that's what I see over here as well for you, Scorpio. Like, you want your own time. You don't want a nagging girlfriend or a boyfriend demanding time from you continuously, demanding emotional investment from you continuously, not respecting your space, not respecting your time and your energy, not giving you your me time. Okay, so you want someone like that who will give you your me time. I also feel like in parallel you're also trying to recover from a certain setback, from a certain recent past breakup, and that is also why you're not looking an immediate obligation. You're open to love and romance, but obligation is something, a heavy demanding relationship is something that you don't want. What is a challenge for you? We have the Chariot and the Hierophant. If a connection happens too fast, you fail to understand it. You probably want a slow moving connection where you get enough of time to understand the other person. Okay, so, like, see, many a times it happens that if the other person experiences a very strong connection with you, they expect, or they start feeling like the connection should move at a very fast pace, right? And it also happens that even you experience that strong connection with the other person, but maybe your style of approaching a connection is slow and steady wins the race. Maybe you want to know the person very well. Okay, you you want to understand that person at greater depths. Okay, and you take your time to understand that person. You cannot rush into the connection. And many a times the other partners, they have experienced such a strong connection with you. They have, if not a connection, they have experienced very strong pull towards you. They have experienced tremendous fiery passion towards you. But you are like that. You do have that seductive powers. You seduce people without saying a word, without doing anything. You have that kind of an aura, but people fail to understand that. And it's a challenge for you when others expect you to rush into the connection. You cannot do that. You want to take your own time. And for some of you, I think so. The challenge for you is commitment. Having said so, I'm not saying that you're a player, okay? But you probably are very picky and choosy when it comes to romantic partners. You have a set of criteria, and you want that person to fulfill those criteria, and till the time the person doesn't fulfill those criteria, even if one criteria is left out, you dread committing yourself into that connection with that person. Maybe that is a challenge for you, Scorpio. That is something that you need to take care of. Again, I'm repeating, I'm not saying that you're a player, okay? But yeah, it is also, you're actually looking for a spiritual connection, Scorpio. You may or may not be aware of it. But you like to go into the greater depths of everything because that's who you are inherently. Okay, you like to go to the greater depths of love and relationships. You really want to understand the core of the other person. Okay, until the time you don't understand that, committing yourself fully is difficult for you, because once you commit, you lose yourself into that connection, and you don't want to do that because that's a huge commitment from your end, and you can't do that for every single person who enters in your life. And people assume that you have a problem with commitment. No, what you're looking out for is a spiritual connection. You want to know every single cell of that person. You want to know the subconscious mind, the core of the subconscious mind of your person. Till that time you're not satisfied, right? So that is a challenge for you, and not every person is able to understand you or your approach or your thinking. When it comes to career, we have eight of wands, we have the magician, and we have the star card. When it comes to challenges, we have one extra card, we have king of swords and two of pentacles, and then we have the seven of swords. Okay. When it comes to your career for the month of August, I clearly see, Scorpio, that you're rising up. Name, fame, popularity is coming your way. You're manifesting success for yourself. You're manifesting fast paced success. You're manifesting a lot of things. Okay, if you're a social media influencer, you will see that you have a huge fan following. If you have presence on social media, your reels are gonna go viral. You will be in the trending space, and you will see the results of your manifestation pretty fast. Manifestations turning into reality pretty fast. Okay, so promotions are happening, success is happening, acknowledgement is happening, name, fame, reputation is happening, money is coming. Whatever you do have a Midas touch in the month of August. Whatever you do, it will be successful. And a pretty fast success is coming towards you. I think so. Rahu is active for you in the month of August, is favoring you in the month of August. The North Node. Rahu is the North Node. Okay. The magical results in career are seen because of Rahu. It's a fast giver. So claim the messages. When it comes to the challenges in your career, You feel like as you're rising up in your life, everyone around you is turning to be your enemy, turning out to be your enemy. And that is actually dragging you down. And that is something that is not false, that is true. That is absolutely true. Your friends are turning into your enemies, your well wishers are turning into your enemies, because success is not stopping for you. Success is continuously pouring onto you. The more you're rising up, the more lonely journey it is becoming. And many people are falling out. Okay? Your circle is becoming smaller and smaller and smaller day by day. And that is actually hurting you. That is emotionally draining you. You're feeling a bit lonely. Not that you're codependent on anyone, but the fact that people who were once favoring you, people who were your well wishers, are also turning out to be your enemies because of the fact that you're rising up, because of the fact that you're successful, is something that is very annoying, frustrating. At the same time, it is very saddening as well, emotionally draining as well. They say that it is lonely at the top, right? That's what I see for you. It's not a challenge per se, but I'll say that the emotional uh, upheaval that you are experiencing, that is actually draining you. So that might become a hurdle, an obstacle, or a challenge for you in your career, right? And I also feel like you do have a lot of enemies, okay? So you have to be a bit careful. There are many people who are so jealous of you, trying to drag you, your friends. First of all, do not disclose anything to your friends, or do not disclose everything to anyone and everyone. You have to be very picky and choosy. The way you are picky and choosy when it comes to your love life, you have to be picky and choosy when it comes to your career also. Which information should be shared, which should be held back. The more you zip your mouth, the better for you. Because what is happening over here is, because of the fact that you are oversharing things, you are actually attracting a lot of negativity and jealousy. Okay, so that is something that you should avoid. All right, I hope this resonates. And by the way, Empress is also telling me that there is a lot of abundance that is coming towards you. For some of you, you're going to become pregnant, by the way. I hope this resonates. Hit like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Till then, take care. Have a great time. And let me show you the cards. This is your spread. Take care and bye.